Okay, we're back. It's time to do some plastic resin stuff. So I've got out my Smoothcast 320. This is the stuff with the really short cure time. I've got the resin and the hardener. I don't know which is which. I think this is the hardener because that's the one that always seems to want to glue the lid on. Now I need to mix it 1-to-1 with each part. So what I've done is I've taken these plastic cups that I'm just going to have single use, and you can see there's a black mark here and a black mark there. So those are equal parts by volume. So I just need to pour the one up to there and then the other one up to there and then stir it. Once I do that, I'll pour it into this hole, cover that up with some painter's tape, which it turns out I had all along. I didn't need to use masking tape on the last piece. And then, slush cast it around. I think I might want to do 2 cups at once, just because this is a really big piece. Hopefully that works, because the pot life is very short. It's like 3 minutes. And I think within 10 minutes it's fully cured. So this is the part about it that I don't like, that you can't take your time, you have to go, go, go. I guess I might as well do it. So we'll get those cups set up. I have no idea if I'm supposed to shake it or not, but now let's carefully, well, before I carefully pour, I've got some paper towel nearby just in case I'm clumsy, which I tend to be. There's a lot of bubbles in it, but at this point it doesn't really matter, because this is all going to be inside. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems getting it on the paper towel. All right. Just to be sure, start my stopwatch now, so I've got a little bit of a warning. Pour this up to that mark, and this. Now I'm supposed to stir it very thoroughly. In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have filled it so much. Yeah, it's making a mess. You do have to make sure it's mixed up thoroughly, though, otherwise you'll get patches that just don't harden. They stay like tacky constantly. And it's slopping over the sides again. Okay, so now I know. Don't put it quite so full. In hindsight, that seems like something obvious, but it has been a long time since I've mixed this stuff up. And you know what? It's been a minute and a half, so I don't want to waste any more time. I'm just going to dump it in. Oh, got some on my hands now. Should have also worn gloves, but I didn't. Can I grab it with this? Good enough. All right. Oof. guess while I'm thinking about it, I wanted to seal that up. Although, you know, I think I might have enough. Yeah, I can seal that up. First I thought that I might not have enough in there to do it justice, but probably would have done better if I had a smaller hole. And just while it's still kind of liquidy, so keyword being kind of, put that over there. Oh, are you leaking out? It is leaking out in places. Well, another piece of paper towel. I'll just I can already feel it becoming tacky, and the entire piece is quite warm because the stuff does heat up as it hardens. I'm not sure how I feel about the shape. It's a little distorted now. Partially, I think, because of the Mod Podge. But also, this plastic just seems to be warping it a little bit. Oh well. I may or may not do another layer of plastic inside, but this is already like doubled the weight of the piece. Which I guess isn't surprising considering it was just made out of cardboard. Not even cardboard, just like cardstock. I'm very unsure if any has gotten into these sections, but I kind of anticipated that might be an issue. Really, I probably should have taken them off, but didn't want to risk wrecking them and then having to remake everything. I think I should be able to manage. Now, it feels like there is a lot on this side. Quite warm. Guess if I leave it sitting up like that, well, just to be sure, let's slush it around. It's been 6 minutes, so it should be set by now, just not completely cured. Still thinking about getting that 3D printer, but should probably finish the Mark I before I start doing something else, because I've got all the Pepakura pieces done. It's just a matter of hardening them. Oh yeah, I can see in the cups that I've got over here. Okay, let's set you like that. You can see the cups. It's now turning into solid plastic. Oh. In fact, they're starting to bond to the table. Luckily, the table's melamine. You can usually just kind of use a chisel and knock off any of the stuff. It doesn't stick to it super well. There's a couple pieces on the outside. They're still just a tiny bit soft, but they're already like getting pretty solid. Which means this stuff might be able to flow still just a little bit. Oh yeah, it looks like it is because some more has dripped out. Obviously, I could have Mod Podged it more. I thought I did a pretty good job. But that's happened a lot with this project lately. I almost wonder if I should have used the Smoothcast 321. It's got a longer pot life, so I would have been able to like slosh it around more. And then once that was done, maybe a coat of this on the inside. You can actually see, or at least I can, where it's kind of soaking through the cardstock. Which is good because then that kind of plasticizes it. Well, it's actually starting to cool down now in places, so I think that's pretty much good for now. Probably in the next video I'll open it up and I'll see what it looks like inside, and then at that point I'll figure out whether or not... Sorry, while I'm thinking about it, let's make sure these are closed. This stuff was not cheap, so I don't want to like accidentally leave it open and have harden or do something unexpected. But where was I? Oh yes, the next video I'll open it up, I'll see what the inside looks like, I'll see how the outside feels. It's already feeling more rigid than it was. And then I'll probably do the outside if the inside doesn't need another coat. I gotta remember, this part isn't going to be the visible part. It's this part that I care about the most, and I think it looks okay. I don't think it deformed too much. Oh yeah, it's definitely getting more rigid, so that stuff must be setting the rest of the way now. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any smoothing of this stuff. I might sand it a little bit, but we'll see. I think this piece looks cool enough as it is, with it still having a bit of angles instead of me rounding everything. Plus, rounding everything is going to be a pain. But I'm kind of blathering on now, so let me set this back up. I'll leave that for a little while so that it can finish hardening, and in the next video, hopefully I'll have some good news and make some more progress. See ya!